Joey Reese, Pickle Boot Shop. Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joey Reese, Pickle Boot Shop. Pickle time is happening.
Hey everybody! I tried to beat you to it this time.
Okay, let's try that again. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, everybody. Joe Reese's Piccolo Boot Shop.
Yep. The Pickle and Boot Shop, the patronizers, you guys, we are refocused. We are getting this thing together. We have heard your cries, and we will talk about it as the shows continue. We have a grand reopening that will be happening in the future. That's all we're saying right now. We're just going to tease you.
That's what we're saying.
Teasing you. It's like I'm coming up behind you and I'm tickling the back of your ear. Just a little tease. Just a little tease. It's like I kind of like, I don't know, maybe like fumbled around in my butt crack and I just wiped it under your nose. Just a little bit. Just a little tease. It's just a tease. It's a tease. Some people call that an assault, but we call it a tease here at the Pickle and Boot Shop.
Yeah.
There will be a grand reopening. Reese, Greasy, Groper, and me, Jerk Yorkie, we have refocused. We have set times to record now. We have plans for interviews. We have reached out to people to plan interviews. We have all sorts of stuff that is going to be coming down the pipeline. So patronizers, we thank you for... Yeah, what? Huh?
No, you go ahead. I was going to add to it, but it seems dumb now.
Okay, we have a bunch of stuff coming down the pipeline, and so we'll be rolling that out. And like I said, for the 10th time, we are going to have a grand reopen. And this should be a lot of fun moving forward. We're even refocused, just on our normal shows.
And sometimes...
Here we go.
And then once when it's going to be great.
Yeah, that's what you pay for. That is where your dollars go. To that type of journalism that Grease Groper has just interjected. The old egg, the old shaker egg. And the old egg shaker.
The old egg shaker.
What happens if you shake an egg? Can you scramble an egg in its shell?
Maybe, I don't know. We should try it.
Do you want to do it right now? Do you have an egg?
Yeah, but then you got to be hot. You got to be in like a...
What?
No,
not like a cook it. Just can you shake it and then open it up and see if it came out scrambled?
I don't know.
I'll do it tomorrow. I'll videotape it. And we can see.
If I have an egg, it's expired.
I don't think eggs expire.
These ones did.
Hence, century eggs. I don't think eggs expire.
Yeah, you know what? You ever do that thing where you have to see if they're bad by seeing if they float? Because you've created carbon dioxide through anaerobic respiration. I do that, and usually they're floating.
Isn't that the same thing with a turd? Like a healthy turd is a floating turd?
Because you've had anaerobic respiration inside of your GI system?
Maybe. I thought that was a thing, though. Like if your turds float, I thought the saying that our grandparents always said was, turds float, life's a go. Turds sink, your life stinks. Isn't that what everyone's grandmother taught them when they were growing up?
No, not mine. She was like, you better pee. You better sit down when you pee. That was what I got a lot. You're like, quit spraying that thing everywhere. Oh, man.
You're like, Grandma, knock it off. I'm 22 years old.
Jeez, Grandma.
Grandma, get out of here.
Yeah.
Grandma,
Stop watching me pee, Grandma. Jeez.
Grandma, why are you always watching me pee? I'm checking to see if you're making it into the toilet. Grandma, come on, man.
Hell, you
Jeez.
frightened me.
Jeez, we're going to make you go live in that crooked home again that we broke you out of twice already if you don't stop watching me pee. This is ridiculous.
Crooked
Gertrude.
home. Gertrude.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll stick you back in that crooked home where you came from.
So I got to ask you a question, and this might be a little too much for our listeners. You know, sometimes when you wake up and you have what the kids call morning wood.
No.
You ever do that? You ever wake up?
No. Not on this family show. No.
Oh.
I don't know. Why?
Because it's happened a couple times to me where this has happened, and I'm like, I gotta pee real bad. And then I go pee, and if you're not quite awake, it will whip up and pee, and you'll pee in your face. Have you ever done this?
Like a baby? Like when you're changing
Just
a baby's diaper?
You're like half asleep, you're holding it, and you're trying to
What
pee.
movie was
and
that?
Then you let go, and it just...
Me, Myself, and Irene.
That was where he was peeing in those two ways. This was a different thing.
He stands in front of the toilet, and then it like hits the wall to like his upper right.
You never had this happen where you let go and then you pee in your own mouth by accident?
No.
Yeah, me
No.
either. I've never had that happen.
I'm going to be, hey, you want to hear something? I'm going to be 100%,
We're gonna,
100%
I'm gonna be
transparent.
100%. I'm ready.
100% transparent.
100%.
A month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, I sit down to pee.
Good. That's
Okay.
a good move.
You listening?
Yep.
I
here.
sit to pee. We've talked about this on the show before.
Sitting
I'm
to pee is how you
6'5".
do it, guys.
I sit to pee so it doesn't splash everywhere. I don't get it everywhere. However, that didn't help in this story. So let me tell you, you guys turn up the speaker a little bit or just get closer to the speaker. Make sure those earbuds are secure. I sit down to pee. As I sit down, my wiener gets hung up on the toilet seat. And as I start to pee, the pee goes between the toilet seat and the bowl, and I pee all over the back of my pants.
I've done this too.
I pee all over the back of my pants, all down my calf. So
Totally done this.
like my shorts.
At work.
Yeah, I was at work too. But here's the thing. I was at work, but I was in, I had changed into like my normal clothes. And I peed on the back of like my shorts. It went all over my calf. And at that point, I was like, wait, what in the what? And then it ran down and got all in my sock. So I had pee socks.
And
I was waiting for someone to be like, pee sock boy. Yeah.
How much more work did you have that day? Or could you just go home? Or just go with one sock?
No, I had just got to work.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I just got to work. And so I had to go.
Boy.
I had a pee sock in my roofing boot. It was awful. It's just sprayed the whole back. Like I was like, what in the world? 47 years of my life, that's never happened.
Never.
And it happened. Never happened. And it happened. Not to my knowledge. If it ever happened, I peed on myself and I didn't even know it then. But I felt this one. All of a sudden I'm like, man, something's warm on the. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
You know, yeah, and it's coming back to me. You want to know why I think it happened? When I sat down and I kind of like crammed my junk down in there. Have you ever leaned backwards and like leaned up back against the, like you lean back on a toilet like a lazy boy? Have you ever done this? Or do you
No.
always kind of sit with your elbows on your knees?
I lean forward.
Yeah, I think most people do. Try leaning back. Try doing a nice,
Like a reclining.
lean back,
Oh.
especially at home. You lean back against that tank, that water tank.
Yeah.
It feels good. But I was doing that, and then I think that made like my pelvis kind of kick up. And then all of a sudden I was peeing all over the back of my leg.
Joe, you gotta get in there and just do the business. Stop horsing around because you keep peeing on your pants.
Yeah. At
Um,
least I want a bomb while I'm at work. I want to do like the bombing.
climb
you
up on
climb
the
up.
top of the stall.
Yeah. And I want someone to walk in.
It
At
should be
work.
your boss, like the captain. He just needs to see this.
Yeah,
and be-
while I'm straddling
just look
and then just
and
squeezing one out.
turn around, and then you
And
don't
then you
know.
look at him and go, leave, it'll crawl back in. It'll crawl back in. Like as soon as he walks in, you're not ashamed of what you're doing. You just gotta go, no. You gotta leave. It'll go back in.
My uncle is like he was like a construction foreman, and then he went back to school like during the housing crash in 2010 to become like he got a master's degree in construction. So now he works like in an office building. But before this, he was like a foreman, and he's like, you know, from Ohio. Like my folks grew up like in small town Ohio, Bowling Green. So there were not a lot of Hispanic people around them. He did not speak Spanish. And then he moves, to the South, and he's doing construction as a foreman. And so he's managing a lot of Hispanic people with a language barrier. And so he's really struggling with this. And he told me he went to go use the porta potty and it wasn't locked, but he opened it and there was just a guy standing up on the porta potty, just taking a huge dump. And he saw it coming out like just diarrhea pouring out of this guy. And he was standing on the toilet seat. And he said it was everywhere. He just closed the door and he went home. He was like, even if I could speak Spanish, I wouldn't know what to say to this guy.
Oh man. It makes you wonder what people do in those things. I was at work. This was probably 3 months ago. At work, we have 3 stalls. So let's say the one all the way to the left is 1, the middle one is 2, and then 3 is the one all the way to the right, and 3 is a handicrapper. Okay?
Yeah.
So I go and I gotta go. And so I run down to the bathroom. It's in the locker room. I open stall door number 3.
Uh-huh.
Now, you know how toilet seats, there's the bowl, and then obviously the seat comes down. And you know how there's that break in the front? Like it's not a full oval. It makes it so there's
Yes.
like a horseshoe.
Just because guys are a little drippy.
There was poop. There was a big chunk of poop where that break was. And I went bananas. And I went back upstairs and I started yelling like, who took a dump on the front of the toilet? Like, how does that work?
Oh my God.
And so a few of us at the station, now mind you, one person may have been the culprit and just kind of fit in with the group.
Uh-huh.
because we were trying to brainstorm as to how someone poops on the front of the toilet.
Correct.
Like just gets a walnut-sized chunk on the front and then leaves it. We're talking
they
about
turn around backwards, or they
Yeah.
straddling, put their elbows up.
like
on
did
the wall?
did they did like a flash dance routine, like the chair routine in flash dance where they're sitting on it backwards? I don't know. So we were trying to discuss like who, and the thing is, I don't like. Well, I was about to say I don't care, but I do care. But I don't care what you're doing in the stall. I don't care if you're doing the splits in there, if you're putting your legs behind your head, if you're using a squatty potty. I don't care. As long as it's clean for the next guy.
Yeah.
I don't understand how a grown man with a career job, a grown man who makes good money, can go in, decimate a stall, look at it, and go, yeah, and walk and walk out.
Like that, give it another flush or anything.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's like building a nest on a toilet seat, then you leave what, you're gonna leave it for the next guy? like what are you doing? You just there was like spatter on the back of the bowl and then this big like chunk on the front.
Maybe it was all the same thing. It was the same blowout. Just and he's like, I feel
why
better.
wouldn't but like, why wouldn't you clean it? That's what just shocks me. Like if we have people who listen to this podcast that there's a little bit of Dr. Disgusto within them. And when I say Dr. Disgusto, are you that person that like goes to a public restroom and like doesn't flush or leaves just a crime scene on a toilet seat? Like what's the matter with you? You can come on this show. You can do a 10-minute interview. You could be anonymous. We'll block out your face. We'll change your voice. But tell us what makes you tick. Like, why is that okay?
I would like to hear it as well. I don't know. I don't know. Speaking of which, we have on deck for you guys in the batting cage. How do you say that? What is a baseball term? On deck. You're on deck.
On deck in the batter's circle.
You're in the
on deck circle.
Circle. You're in some sort of
in the bladder's box.
You're in the bullpen. You're gonna pitch next. People come to us for sports.
You're in the bullpen and you're in the bladder's box.
You're in the bladder's box.
And you're about to win the scoring run for the local sports team.
All right. We have viewers.
We have some listeners
questions.
Wildest thing. This is the first question. This is from Brock Dittus.
Good old Brock.
Brock had asked.
Brock Dittus.
Brock Dittus had stated that he wanted to hear more stories and certain things. And I said, you know what? Why don't you send us some questions that may jot our memories?
This is a good idea.
So, first thing, he says, what's the wildest thing you ever saw in a green room? What is the wildest thing you ever saw in a green room?
You go first. I'm thinking of mine.
I'm thinking of mine too.
I've gotten tattoos in a green room before.
Yeah, I've seen people get pierced in a green room.
Yeah.
Judah from POD.
It was always piercing people's eyebrows.
He was always piercing lips and eyebrows. I stood next to Judah at a urinal once, and he had an old Prince Albert, and he had it taken out. And so when he took it out, that Prince Albert works is there's two holes. The one that the Lord gave you, and then the one that Prince Albert gave you.
Yeah.
So you got to cover with your thumb
One of them?
the Prince Albert hole.
Oh, wow.
So it comes out. I mean, I guess you cover the other one, but then you got to aim the Prince Albert hole where that needs to go.
That seems like trickier.
Yeah, so that was a crazy time. That was a crazy scene at the urinal.
Craziest thing in usually I think I provide the craziest things in the green rooms at the 500 shows because I'm always putting on a costume or something, and it's usually my whole goal is to shock the people in the band. So they'll be like, "Oh, we're playing in San Francisco. Should be good. Oh, this person's there. What's the next? What do I have to play? How do I do this?" And they think of that while I'm dressing up as Colonel Sanders.
Right.
And then they're just like, what is happening?
I mean,
if you could just remember your lyrics instead of this, it would be so much better for us. But that's not how my brain thinks.
Brock, this might be one that we come back to multiple times as we remember things that happened in green rooms. I'm sure Nate and the guys, when we get together and chit chat, they'll remember some stuff. Some of the things that I remember is like, I used to always take this insane hot sauce on tour and like have people try and eat it, and I would eat it, and then they would try and eat it, and it would be crazy hot. So we did stuff like that. As far as like seeing stuff, there wasn't, because of the scene we were in, it's not like there were like ladies backstage or like crazy like drug stuff going on backstage. Well, we did tour with a couple of mainstream bands a couple of times and saw some pretty hardcore drug use going on backstage.
Like more than pot?
Yes.
Pot happened a lot with us. It was like some band, and like the singer was Christian, but everybody else was hired out, and everybody just thought they were like the greatest, and those guys were smoking pot every time.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
What was that band? Probably better.
I'm going to message you. I'm going to message you right now on the screen. Your messages will appear here.
I have it on my computer. I can get the message. It says, "It will when we log back in." That's what your message to me says.
What?
It's your last message.
Oh no, I'm doing it on the Zencaster.
Oh, on Zencaster you can do that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. Wait.
Oh, it wasn't them? Yeah.
It was them.
Exactly. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it wasn't them.
Yep. Same. We are the same exact. I heard the story. I never experienced it, like being backstage with them or anything like that. But yes, it was that band.
It's from the earth, dude. Jesus gave it to us.
There was also rumors that some pretty big bands would like smoke weed and then write. Like some of the top Christian albums of the 90s were like written in like weed filled rooms.
I don't know. Definitely not ours. We didn't have any top Christian albums or weed.
Right. Yeah. So the thing about the show is, I know like when we started, we were like, oh, screw it. We can dish the dirt. But then you get to the point where you're like, well, I don't know if I want to dish the dirt and call it out. But there were some, and I think we did talk about this on one of the early shows.
Yeah.
But, if it was a big, just think of like the biggest Christian like album of the 90s, and that was written like in a weed smoked room.
Supertone Strike Back. Good job, guys.
There you go. There you go. Garbage.
Supertone Strike Back.
I was listening to the Supertones the other day. Oh, wait, let's get back to this.
Oh,
Let's get
okay.
back to
More
this.
questions.
Well, wildest
That's-
thing in a green room. I got choked out in a green room by Jimmy Rocket Ship. I almost died.
Uh-huh.
He put me in a guillotine.
And then you went to sleep.
Yeah, we wrestled before like 10 shows, and I like whooped him. And then, but we were like screwing around. And then one day he was like, I'm not getting beat like again. And he went like full on and like guillotined me and almost killed me. Like I tasted with my tongue, my esophagus. I did. I swear to you, I did. I tasted what my esophagus tasted like. Oh, it was something, man. It was something. Wildest thing you ever saw in a green room. So as we think of them, we'll let you know. Here's the thing. Since this podcast has started, I've always made it known that like I didn't act and I didn't treat the insiders like how I should have, like how I would do it now. And so like back then I was always like, we're the artists. We want our space. We want our time to be alone. And so like it always drove me nuts when like people were in our dressing room. Like it drove me crazy. Whereas like now I'd be like, who cares? You know, like the more the merrier, getting to know people, making more friends, you know, all that stuff, networking. But like back then I hated it. So it drove me nuts that like when you'd play a show, you'd play a show at like a church, and like all the kids, like the youth group of that church, were all given like all access wristbands. And so you'd be like in having like a personal conversation with like your bandmates, and all of a sudden like a bunch of like 14-year-olds would like stroll in because they had wristbands. And then like their dad was like the security guy, you know, and you're like, wait, what is going on here? That used to drive me crazy.
Oh man, like that drove you crazy because you're like, you just played, you're all sweaty, you need like 5 minutes just to kind of get your head straight, cool down. Leonor, I don't want to throw her under the bus too far, but like,
well, everybody knows her and how she is.
She's so gregarious.
Social butterfly.
She'd just be like, I found these 50 homeless people in this animal shelter. They let us release every animal into the green room, and she'd be like, "Isn't this great?" And you'd be like, "Oh God." There's always every show. Leonor would be bringing back friends or friends who were also your stalker. You'd just be like, "Oh, cool. This is my only place to get away from that person."
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh man,
it would drive me nuts. Like that was just, you know, so then you'd end up going like sitting out in the truck but like now, I think if I did it now, it's like like I said, I'd be like, who cares? Like it's fun, chit chat with people. I would hope I could change, you know, maybe, you know, change it, right or wrong. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, you know, and do something this time around. But let's see.
It's still nice to just have that quiet moment of peace where it's not like you get off stage and then you have to still be 100%. You know, like, oh, I'm also putting on a show for this guy.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, because the green room, you know, the green room allows you to, you know, there's two sides of all of us. There's the what's on stage, and then obviously what's off stage. You can't be what's on stage 100% of the time. You can't. But people want that. So the kids come backstage and they want goofy, funny Reese. They want you backstage drinking a glass full of Thousand Island. Yeah. You know, and like just being crazy in the back so they can like go home and have these stories. And it's like, dude, I just did that. You know, like I just need to like warm up my throat, or I need to cool down, or I just need some quiet. I want to call my wife, my dad, my mom, whatever.
Yes.
But they just want, Reese Roper cranked up to 11. And then you feel like you disappoint. Or like you said, like Leonore, or in our band, it was Bo. So Bo would like bring people in the back. And then, again, like I said, you're trying to just kind of have like a quiet moment before a show. And Bo would bring a bunch of people back and they're asking you questions. You're just like, this is not what I want to be doing right now.
Because they're gregarious. Like for them, that is like, that gives them energy. They're super extroverts.
Yeah.
That's how Leonore is. Like that gives her energy. Whereas like, like you and I are
it zaps it out of everybody.
Oh my gosh. I just gave all my energy. I need like 5 minutes just to get it back so I can go out and talk to people.
So I could go out and talk to 3 people and then have to charge my batteries again.
Yeah, for me, like, I don't mind that going out to talk to people. Like, I'll talk to the last person, especially now, because I'm like, I don't have anything to do. I don't have to, like, keep myself from getting sick at this show. I don't have to be on tour for another month. Like, all I have to do is make it to the airport tomorrow. So I'll do that. I love that, going out and talking to people. But you still need a minute, like, to just be like, okay, catch my breath, shift gears. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's way better about it now. Like, it's just, back in the first time 500 was around, you just be like, oh my gosh, come on, dude. This girl is literally stalking me. She, like, oh my gosh. She stole her parents' car, drove across country, came to the show. You let her in the back door and into the green room so that she could tell me that we're meant to be married. Thank you, Leonore.
Yeah. That should be one of our bits, the stalker update.
My gosh.
On that note, Brock, we will save some of your questions for the next one. We're at the end of our patronizing. I would like to get to bed. I have to work early tomorrow. I shouldn't even be working tomorrow. Today was a day off, but I took 5 hours overtime. Tomorrow is my day off, and I took 5 hours overtime.
Oh,
how about them apples? Yeah. And then, one thing, in 2 weeks, so not next Monday, but the following Monday, I am on a vacation. Okay. So we'll have to get one in the can. And I'm not talking about a thumb in your butt. I'm not talking about a thumb in your butt. We're going to have to get a show in the can or an interview, something like that. So I'm kind of talking to Reese, but the rest of you guys are obviously listening in. Right. So that's what we're going to plan. That's what we're going to try and do. So next week, I'll try and work a little overtime on the cast to get some content, get something set up, hopefully, for that week, or we can get, do something. So that is that. Listeners, patronizers, again, we are going to be rolling out the grand reopening of the Pickle and Boot Shop. If any of this seems confusing for any of you guys, I want you to understand. I'm going to try and paint the picture as best I can. This podcast started in COVID. We were on lockdown. It was very easy to do it. Then the world slowly but surely started coming back into some sort of normalcy again. Reese had issues going on in his personal life. I had issues going on in mine. I was living between 2 places, moving my stuff. Sometimes something would get forgotten. And then moving between 2 different places with a work schedule that was weird. It got crazy. That is all done. Reese's life is perfection. Absolute perfection in every area.
Finances, 3 texts from work.
Finances, work, relationships.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's great.
Tan on his thighs. Every area of his life is perfect right now. Same with me. I've moved in. I am at Heidi's house. All my stuff is stationary. We have our Monday night set aside. So patronizers, I want to thank you so much for sticking with us through the hard times. We
Thanks,
have
guys.
refocused. We have so much stuff going on behind the scenes that you don't know, that we'll be rolling out kind of a little at a time, letting you know things. But we want to let you know that a grand reopening is happening and that your patronizing dollars, you are definitely going to get your money's worth. We are focused on it. We love the show. We love doing the show. If you ever thought that there was a commitment issue, obviously some of the content that we were putting on, the paid portion, was just kind of what we could get out and what we could do. But hopefully that's in the past. I know that's in the past. And we're focused, and we got, our show notes. We got skeletons all ready to roll out and fill in and do all that stuff. Ooh, look at my head. It's like it's made of rubber. Hello, listeners. Hello, listeners.
I
Look
need
at
to.
that. Hello, is this going to make the low light? Hello, listeners. The Patreon.
I hope so.
I have a gnat flying around in here. A gnat.
While we're on the subject, thanks, guys, for listening, patronizing us.
Yeah.
Peace with pizza. Is that how we end?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Save for the squids. Yeah.